This week, pressures rose both at home and abroad, with U.S. foreign policy drawing attention overseas and tensions around federal immigration enforcement intensifying at home. The week opened with renewed focus on America's role on the global stage. President Donald Trump continued highlighting the strategic importance of Greenland, comments that prompted responses from European leaders stressing sovereignty and alliance coordination. At the same time, pressure was already building domestically, as a large federal immigration enforcement operation in Minnesota triggered protests, legal challenges, and growing public tension. On Tuesday, from the White House, President Trump held a press briefing ahead of his trip to the World Economic Forum, signaling that security, economics, and the Arctic would feature prominently in his message to world leaders. European officials responded by reiterating that Greenland's status is not up for negotiation. European allies had already reinforced their military presence in and around Greenland as part of a joint security coordination effort.
We have a lot of meetings scheduled on Greenland. What we're doing now is the best, the strongest, the fastest, the easiest, the least complicated.
Midweek, Trump took that message to Davos, framing Arctic security as an increasingly important issue while saying that the US does not seek to use military force. European leaders, including France's Emmanuel Macron, called for dialogue and coordination as Denmark and its partners emphasized that Allied troops were already positioned in Greenland. As the president remained abroad, tensions at home sharpened. Vice President J.D. Vance traveled to Minnesota, defending the federal immigration enforcement operation and urging cooperation between local and federal authorities. The scale of the federal presence has drawn sustained demonstrations and community backlash, turning a regional operation into a national flashpoint. Now, heading into the weekend, attention has also turned to a major winter storm advancing towards the East Coast, with warnings of ice, snow, and travel disruption for millions. While separate from the political disputes playing out across the country and abroad, the storm arrives at a moment when pressure is already high, adding to the sense of strain as Americans navigate uncertainty on multiple fronts at once. From diplomatic exchanges in Davos to Allied military coordination in the Arctic, to intensifying tensions over federal immigration enforcement at home, this week captured an America managing rising pressures as another storm moves in. That's America this week.